Hi guys, and welcome back to Shit Gaming. We are back in action with another 2,000 point Ark of Omen match play mission. It's the monstrous Behemoth High Fleet against the Imperial Knights. 40k. We have Pacific Rim and 40k. The Kaiju versus the Monster Robots. At 2,000 points of Behemoth monsters, I haven't brought a single Gribbly in sight. Leading the force, I have the Hive Tyrant, his Psychic Powers Catalyst and Onslaught, and his relic is the Shard Gullet. And his Warlord trait is... he doesn't have one. So he just has a relic today, which is the Damage 5, Big Scary, Venom Cannon, souped up relic. This at the back will be Old One-Eye today. The Hive Mind have willed it into existence, and he has spawned in with his 5-up Feel No Pain Adaptive Biology Warlord trait. And then lastly, I have a Tervagun, and she's just coming as she is with 2 massive Crushing Claws, and the Psychic Power she knows will be Catalyst. And then I have a Broodlord, and he's been buffed up to be given the big Damage 3 relic, and the Warlord trait Monstrous Hunger, so he's 6s to wound and mortal wounds, and he's Damage 3 in melee, and he's gnarly. So yeah, spending a bunch of CP, spending 4 CP, Shard Gullet, 2 on the Broodlord, 1 on Old One-Eye. And then for troops, I have 6 warriors. One of them has Devourers and Scything Talons. I have 2 Venom Cannons. Then I have 4 Death Spitters as well. And then 5 of them have Lash Whip and Bone Swords, because dual Bone Swords are very expensive. Very nice, there's just 1 troop slot today. And then for elites, I have 10 Gene Sealers. Very good with Behemoth. Behemoth gives me reroll charges and +1 strength when I charge. Also for elites, I have 3 Tyrant Guard, just with Rending Claws and Scything Talons. And then lastly for elites, I have 3 Brain Bugs. And the Psychic Power that they will know as well shall be Neuroparasite as well as Smite. And also my Behemoth power that I know, Unstoppable Onslaught. The Psychic Power is I get +1 to wound in melee on 1 unit of my choice on a Warp Charge 7. And then finally, rounding off this list, is 2 Screamer Killers in heavy support. No, sorry. 1 Screamer Killer in heavy support. Old One-Eye is protecting the other one. Old One-Eye is awesome, he has character protection. So yeah, 1 Screamer Killer in heavy support, and then 1 Tyrannifex. The Tyrannifex has the Acid Spray, the Dermic Symbiosis for a 4-up invuln. The Screamer Killer has Spore Cysts, giving him a 1-up save. And I believe that is it, although if he has any upgrades, I don't think so. And then the Parasite as well has Alien Cunning, which is Obstate 5 models for my fast attack, and he can fall back and advance and still do actions. So that's 2,000 points of a very smashy Tyranid Behemoth list, with no Gribblies, all the monsters I own in my Hive Mind collection. And we'll take now a look at the Knights. Here's 2,000 points of House Tyrannus, it's 7 models.
Quest of Mechanicus, which means we get some extra wounds, and also we can heal wounds in the command phase. And House Tyrannus is going to give us a 6-up Feel No Pain to everything but mortal wounds.
It's not going to be helpful against those Brain Bugs.
Then, moving on, we are going to look at the list today. We are being led by that big Dual Knight in the middle, the Knight Crusader.
Very nice.
He is the Master of Vox, so he can cast his abilities anywhere on the board, and he gives me CP regen on a 5+. He has got a relic, which is Endless Fury. That's that big Gatling cannon on his left hand for extra weapons. And he has also got the Warlord trait. That's by the Sacristans.
Very nice. Tongue Twister, which is Warlord trait, and it gives him
6s to wound in shooting, do 1 mortal in addition, up to a maximum of 6 per unit.
That's amazing.
By his 2 big brothers, Romulus and Remus.
Knights.
The Frost Knights, the Wolf Knights. The one on the right there is being ran as a Knight Paladin. He's also been upgraded to be a character, and he's part of the Exalted Court. He's a Princeps, so he can cast his Bondsman abilities on another big knight, which is going to be interesting. Relic, Mark of the Omnissiah, letting him heal an additional D3 wounds in any way from being Mechanicus.
In the command phase.
And he's got the Warlord trait Iron Bulwark, which gives him a 4+ invuln in shooting.
Wow, very spicy.
Rounding out the big knights, we have Knight Errant, just WYSIWYG on him, no upgrades.
Actually a Knight Warden instead of being a Knight Errant, which means he's armed with
Gatling Cannon and the Reaper Chainsword.
Very nice. And then some little knights to back up to round off the list.
And some little knights to round up the list. We've got 2 Armoured Helverins and 2 Armoured Warglaves, and that's 2,000 points on the nose.
Very nice. So we'll see what happens as the might of Behemoth comes into contact with the Knights. Boom, this is the board set up by Massoir. The mission we're playing today is Abandoned Sanctuaries. We're playing on a ruined Imperial mining world. This is the city centre. Abletus Prime. We have a Tyranid Hive Fleet on the way, rampaging through the war. Behemoth has cut a brutal and savage path. and the knights have been sent to stop them. Abandoned sanctuaries, there's 5 objectives. You got to kill an enemy unit off an objective in the middle, or take it and you get 2 points, or 2 points, or 3 for doing both. There are 5 objectives. There's a hold 1, hold 2, hold 3 mission. We have buildings being obscured, we have crates, we have rocks. A lot of big monsters against big machines. So we'll see what happens as the Tyranids start on 2 CP and the Knights are on 2 as well. And it's going to be basically a horizontal deployment. To the secondaries, Nids have Bring It Down, Warp Ritual, and Behind Enemy Lines, while the Knights have Yield No Ground, Assassinate, and Honor the Fallen, which is basically just kill things, kill characters, and stop the Tyranids from advancing on deployment. So Tyranids have both Screamer Killers and outflank. This flank we have the Broodlord with the Stealers being a bit forward deployed with the 6 Warriors and the Parasite, extending my Synapse lines to the Turvigan, 3 Brain Bugs, and over here we have the Hive Tyrant with his bodyguard retinue, and the Tyrannifex with the big old flame cannon.
Very simple. We got 2 little guys on the flanks and the big ones start in the middle. They're going to just walk up the board and shoot you in the face.
It's going to be absolute carnage. And we'll see who gets turn 1, which will be big. Tyranids with the purple dice, Knights with the green dice. Choose your weapon. Boom! Oh, that's quite big. Knights, turn 1. Command phase.
Turn, we need to go through Oath's Chivalric.
So for Oaths, he has Defend the Realm, which is take more objectives for honor points.
And I also have those in need, where I need to essentially heroic intervene or charge into ongoing combat to get honor points. And I start on 1 honor point, so I'm going to get various buffs for that. I'll talk about them as they come up in the game. With this guy here is going to throw his Bondsman ability. And because he's been upgraded to be the Exalted Court, he can throw it on another big knight. So he's going to put it on this guy. It's essentially re-roll 1s to hit and wound.
Nice, that's pretty nice.
And
he's also given to that little knight there, because he could put it on 2 knights.
This guy is giving buff, which is +1 to hit and shooting, onto this little knight and this little knight.
Very nice.
Give his buff to here, which is +1 to advance and charge.
A lot of buffs from the knights as they do their orders.
It gives them -1 damage, so it's really important to get those off.
Wow.
Going first was big.
Well done. Knights get 2 CP in their command phase because they're awesome. Nids up to 3. We'll see what happens as the game rumbles. The Synaptic Imperative for the Tyranids this turn will be emitted from the Broodlord, so my entire round will get +1 to hit if they're within 6 inches of a Synapse creature, which everybody is. So hopefully I'll stay alive and survive the guns. So, end of Knight's turn 1, they've casted up in the center and they're going to offload all of their Imperial weaponry into looks like the Warriors on this flank and the Tyrannifex on that flank are going to be taking a pounding. This guy's doing his Gatling into the Warrior Squad thermal cannon. The T-Fex, I'm going to spend a CP to transhuman the T-Fex and also 2 CP to -1 damage on the Warriors as well. Reinforced Hive Node.
Stubborn.
What are we starting with? The thermal cannon?
Sure. 2d3.
2d3! Oh, yeah, fuck.
Because of the Bondsman ability.
On 3s, rolling 1s. So give me 2s. And yep. Leave me alone. Oh, everything forced to wound because, yeah, it's a Tyranid transhuman. Transhuman says, yeah! And I have a 4-up in one. Which I make. Tanks it so far. The Gatling cannon coming in. How many? 12 plus D6 shots. What? 18 shots? 18 shots into the Warriors. 3s to hit, rerolling 1s. Not bad. No 2s, bro.
Conversion.
Oh, he's rerolling 1s to wound, which he forgot first time, but the Warriors are getting smoked. 3s, oh my god. 2 because of the Broodlord Synaptic Imperative.
Okay, yeah.
So I have a 6-ups. Oh, jeez. 2 Warriors, 230-point Warrior Squad. 4 of them taken down in an instant from the big boy. Painful. Stubber as well.
The most
feared weapon. 3 hits, rerolling 1s, he got 3 hits.
Remember on the
0 is a 3-up. Yes. So it begins. Blue Knight got +1 to hit. The purple one got +1 advance to charge. The other one got +1 to hit, while this one at the back got reroll 1s to wound. Knight Paladin's gonna fire into the T-Fex. He's got rapid fire battle cannon into the T-Fex. Boom. Is it 2d6?
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s. Bam. Everything hits. Knight shooting's been accurate so far. T8,
4s.
strength 8, 4s. Oh my god. 3-ups because of the Broodlord Synaptic Imperative. Takes 3 damage. Takes 3 damage. Stubber is also going to the... It's going to be just wounds from the Stubber. We continue as the Knights continue to fire.
Into
Alright, that little Knight.
the Parasite.
Shooting on the Parasite who is no longer protected.
-1 to hit.
Very nice. +1 to hit, so it's back to hitting on normal with no rerolls, but it doesn't have them anyway. 43 shots. Okay, so you're hitting on 3s. Okay, strength 75, so winning on 3s here. 4-up save to a 3-up. It's AP3. I need 6s. Oh! Just flat 3. The Parasite is taken out, giving them 3 points for assassinating in the first turn, as the Tyranid lines have been smashed into. This guy, the merciless Rampage, continue to try and pick up the Warriors. 43 shots.
43.
Ooh, ones to both hit and wound. These are some dead Warriors. 3s. Rerolling 1. And 3s. Rerolling 1s. My god. It just keeps getting... Oh my god! 3 to AP2, I have 6-ups.
Making a couple already.
And the Warrior. Been destroyed.
Into the Carnifex.
Purple Knight into the T-Fex. It's been devastating. 2 shots on 3s. Thank you. On 4s to wound. Transhuman. In 1. Make T-Fex holds his ground. Stubber of Doom! 5s. You got 2 wounds with the Stubber. AP0 then.
AP0.
2 up and a 2 up.
Come on, take a Stubber damage! No!
Just laughed off everything you sent in. As the Warriors was smoked and so is the Parasite. And you have one last thing to fire. This is the Night Warden. The Night Warden's coming in to the Tyranids. Can he hold his ground? As this looks to be the last thing of the Knight's first turn shooting. On 3s. Any buffs here? And then 4s. Warrior, strength 6, T8, nothing happens.
It's not a good target for his gun.
Yeah, fair. But you had no other targets to shoot
target
because you
to
wiped
shoot
out
out.
everything. That's the end of Knight's first turn, and they get some points. End of Knight's turn 1, they get 3 points for Assassinate, 1 point for Yield No Ground, 2 points for Honor, and 2 points for P2, bringing them up to a very impressive 8 points as we move now to Nid's turn 1. Tyranid Command Phase. I'm going to give reroll 1s. Broken my Synaptic Link, so I can only give it to these things over here, so I have to give it to the Tyrant Guard. I'll spawn in a squad of 10 Gaunts, and then Broodlord gives an extra AP on the wound roll of a 6 to the Steelers, and we'll just move forward with the Tyranid first turn and just try to do as much damage as possible and score some points. Spawned in 10 Gaunts and I got them +1 to hit from the Tervigan. We'll see what happens in the movement phase for the Nids. In my command phase, I'm also going to spend a CP to heal D3 wounds on the T-Fex. Get big 3 back, 2 back. So, thank you. Tyranid, turn 1, I've moved up the Tyrannifex, I've spawned in these Gaunts, I moved up the Tyrant Guard on this side, while the Hive Tyrant, is touching the building to shoot out, and the Tervigan is behind, and the Gene Stealers are holding back. So we'll see what happens in a Tyranid turn 1 psychic phase. And we're going to start where I'm at. We're going to start with the Tervigan. Attempt to cast Catalyst, which I get. Give Catalyst through the Synaptic line to the Tyrant Guard. Now have a 5-up Field of Pain, which is pretty cool. A Smite with the Brain Bugs, so they get +3 to this roll. That's an 8 to an 11 is a Super Smite. Going to be D6 +3 mortals at the closest thing, which is that Knight. D6 +3 for 7 mortals. Spending a CP for the Knights and Benevolence of the Machine God to get a 5-up mortal wound deny. On 7 deaths, you take
only
6 damage. Down to 7 wounds remaining on that little Knight. Alright, that was okay so far, and we'll continue. And this guy's going to try and check out a Smite into the closest unit, which will be the blue one. Smite your brother. Gets it. He fails it because I've already cast it once, which is sad. But he has an Onslaught power, which we'll try and throw out onto this Tyrannifex. If he makes it, makes that an 11. That's where the Smite needed. He advanced, but he can just shoot his Stinger Salvos with no penalty now. It's basically, that's all it is, and that's the end of the psychic phase. We've got Catalyst, we took him down to 7 wounds, and he's advanced with no penalty. And now we're going to the shooting phase for Tyranids on their turn 1. We'll start with these Termagants, who are going to light up that Knight. On 3s because of the Tervigan. Ba-bam. Okay. 5 and your T7, so 5s. Just 1. 4-up save. Fine, you love it. Alright, and then, okay, we're just going to do everything for the Tyrannifex into that Knight. Flying off with the Stinger Salvos on 3s. Bang. Alright, spend a CP for +1 armor save. Running on 5s with the Stingers. 2 with +1 save is out. AP0, so you have 3 ups. Down to 6 wounds remaining. What's up, Feel No Pain? Nope. We get D6 +6 hits with the Flamer for 10. Flamer strength 6, he's T7, so I need 5s. Come on. Ooh. AP3 to AP2 is 2 5-ups. 1 goes into you.
No.
Sadly, the Hive Tyrant's going to have to go everything into him. Because, yeah. It was the wrong guy to finance you with the Flamer because it minus 1 damage, but we're just going to come in you with the Charred Gullet. CP for a 4-up Invuln, I'm coming into you.
This one. Yeah.
Strength 15. Stop! Alright, you got 4 of them, which you're going to make. Fair. Minus 1 damage, he's not even dead. 6 ups. No. The T-Fex is coming in to him because he needs to kill him, he's on 1 wound. It's dead. Oh, I'm strength 8, I have 4 attacks, I hit you on 3s. Come on! Yes! Come on! Yeah! Now he's spending the CP to give him a +1 save, which is cool. 3s to wound. One wound went through. Come on, please. He survives. He didn't even need it. 4 attacks on 3s. 3s to wound. Invons. Invon. Return to turn 1. We didn't get any points to bring it down. No points behind enemy lines. And we didn't do Warp Ritual. Terrible. And we didn't even get a point for P2 because he didn't take the objective or kill him. That was so many points right there wasted.
This guy's a hero.
And you get 8 points for your primary as we go into Knight's turn. Boom. End of turn is turn 1. Not killing that little Knight was not 2 points to bring it down. Not 3 points of P2. And that means Knights get an extra 4 points to their primary. So it was a 9-point swing right there. So very crucial early lead for the Knights. And we'll see what happens in Knight's turn 2 as they continue their punishing firepower. Turn 2 command phase to the Knights. They've healed a wound with the purple boy.
We've healed a wound with the purple boy. Finished the movement phase, so I'll go through everything. So heal a wound here, then to putting off buffs. This guy put off buffs, rerolling ones to hit and wound onto the big Knight. And also this little Knight over here.
Yeah,
it's just within 12. This Knight gives out +1 to hit in shooting, and he's going to give it to the 2 little shooting Knights, so 1 here, 1 back here. And this Knight is going to give +1 to advanced charge of him, but that's mainly just to get -1 damage.
Very nice. So lots of buffs, lots of synergies.
Then we fell out of combat here.
The movement phase on turn 2, all the Knights are still alive, so it's going to be painful for the Nids. Hopefully they confirm it and then bring it back in the later turns. We'll see what happens. We'll do some shooting. We'll start with this guy is going to fire everything into the Gaunts. Melter, 2 hits. Synaptic imperative for this turn shall be the +2-inch movement from the turbo gun. 2s to wound. 1 wound. 1s to hit and wound. Bam. 2 bugs die. Stubbers. Rolling 1s enabled them all to hit. Wounding on 3s here with no AP. Touching cover. 4-ups. Cover. Sweet cover. One guy who has the +1 to hit or the rerolls.
+1 to hit on these shooting.
Very nice. And he's going into the turret guard. 43 shots. Okay, shots coming in. Bam. Wounding on 3s.
3s.
Just 2. AP2, 3 damage, but I'm in cover, so that goes to AP1, so 3 ups. Been fine. First one didn't work, so we're gonna try the second. Same target, firing down. 43 number of shots, that was a lot better. Hitting on 3s. Hitting on 2s, because it's +1 to hit. You get +1 to hit to both.
Yeah.
Buffs is +1 to hit that you gave to 2 blue shooting Knights, which is very nice. And then you're winning on 3s.
Come on!
And you got 3 ups. Fails 2. 5 ups. Need to make 3 to live. Oh, I make 4.
Oh.
He's tanked it. Mate, Tyrant Guard where it's at. They're cheaper than Warriors. It's insane.
Tyrant Guard, tank.
This was Chef's Kiss. Big boys firing everything
Paladin.
Paladin into the Tyrannifex.
Yeah.
Pacific Rim. Big Cannon into the T-Fex. Stubbers into the Gods. Battle Cannon. 2d6 for 6. T-Fex will live. Hitting on 3s because he's got no buffs. Thank God. He sucks. Winning on 4s. Okay. This much. Tyrannifex is a god. Stubber into the Gaunts. Surely that can do something. 3s. You got quite a lot of stuff. It's double heavy stubber. 4 T3. 3s. Okay. Just covers a 4-up and a 4-up I say. A 4-up I say. A 4-up I say. Long story short, 2 more die. Scary Knight killed 2 Gaunts, and we have 2 Knights left. Let's go back out of combat so we can't shoot.
Let's do Big Mama.
Big scary Mama. Okay. Who's she going
She's
into?
going to put her stubber into the Gaunts down there.
4 Gaunts.
Into the T-Fex.
Melter into T-Fex. Strength. What's the Melter? Strength.
Strength 9.
Okay. I might chance you.
Melter.
Execution of Gatling Cannon. Beautiful. What are you starting with? Stubber! Rerolls 1s. And 3s, rerolling 1s. I need to make 2. They're wiped out. The Gaunts are picked up like that. Easy peasy. Gatling Cannon into the Tyrant Guard, sorry.
12 plus D6.
Oh, it's so gnarly. He kills some bugs. Monster hunting.
3.
Ooh.
Rerolling 1s.
It's gonna hurt. 6 T6 of 4s, good sir. Rerolling 1s. So 2s and 3s. It's pretty good for you. Bunch of wounds, man. 4 ups. Them all together, it was 12 damage with the mortals. Feel no pains! Okay. Maybe we should have done them 2 at a time, but 2 Tyrant Guard die, leaving 1 left, but the Hive Tyrant is untouched. 2d3 shots into the Tyrannifex, who was... Okay, 3 shots. Hitting on, bam. 3s to wound, though. No transhuman. Sugars. Invons, please. Please! Come on! Yes! Thermic symbiosis stands firm, brother! Hey, no, Knight now. Who's he firing into? Avenger Gatling Cannon into the Tyrant Guard with the Stubber 2, hitting on 3s. And then 4s to wound. Oh my god! 6 3-ups, I can make them all!
Oh.
Was that 5 ups?
Rolling.
My Tyrant Guard is destroyed. Pain. Hive Tyrant stands alone in the darkness as the end of the shooting phase commences. And now you're gonna charge. I'm guessing the Blue Knight into the big old bug?
Yeah.
Overwatch!
Night Warden into the boat.
RCP. Stinger, big flame cannon. D6 plus 6 auto heal. Why? 5 to wound. Okay, making 2. 2 5-up invulns on that night. Take your damage, brother. 2 damages.
Remains? No.
Stinger salvos. No. 4 attacks, damage 6. I got 13 wounds left. Let's go.
I'm not going to kill you.
The dice gods will see what happens. 3s. Okay, I got bajillion, T8. 14 to 3s. Take all of them! Oh my god, I take 12 damage. Brand effects is on a single wound.
Oops, I forgot to give myself.
4 attacks back, I hit you on 5s. Hey. I got +1 strength because I was charged. Because the behemoth, so 4s. 2 wounds. You got 4-ups, take some more damage, please. 2 more. Then he has his Feel No Pains, which he hasn't made 1 all game. And he changes that by making 2! Why did I doubt you? End of Knight's turn 2, do they get any more points? End of Knight's turn 2, they get no more points for Assassinate. 2 more points for Yield, and then 2 more Honor points, and 2 more P2 points, so they got a healthy lead, as we see how the Tyranids fight back, and the Tyrannifex is on a single wound, as we go into Nid's turn 2. I got +2 inch movement for the Turbogun. I'm going to come out and just do some smoking fury of vengeance and power, and I'm just going to come out like an absolute juggernaut, and hopefully kill some things. So we'll see what happens, and I'll come back to you at the end to command phase abilities. None really applies because you killed my OBSEC, apart from the GCs being AP4 if they roll a 6 to wound you. But that will go straight through anyway. Alright, so Tyranid turn 2, end of the movement phase. We've pushed up the Hive Tyrant. I advanced him sillily, can't shoot his gun now. But he's going to hopefully make it into melee. And we'll see what happens in the Psyche phase, so stay tuned. Off with the Turbogun, she's going to attempt to cast a Catalyst. Make it. She's going to give out a 5-up Feel No Pain power. And she's actually going to give it to herself. I'm going to give it to the Hive Tyrant, actually.
Fair.
I'm going to give it to the Hive Tyrant.
Fair.
Because, yeah, she's already tough anyway. So he is now 5-up Feel No Pain. And so does Old One Eye because of his Wall trait. Alright, and now we're going to go to the Hive Tyrant. And he's going to try to attempt to cast... Movement phase, I kept the GCs behind the building, moved everything else up. He's going to attempt to cast Onslaught. Which he makes. And he gave it to himself so now he can advance and charge, which is good because he's already advanced. He's just finally going to chuck out a Smite. Which he fails. Dogs will attempt to cast their Mega Smite of Death. And they're going to make a D6 for 1, which becomes 4 more. So that knight is destroyed.
Does he
was the closest? Does he explode? He does not. This T-Fex is going to fire his Flamer into that big old knight. D6 plus 6 hits for the last time. Winning on 5s. Good rolls. Spike it. Spike it. 4 AP3, 2 damage into the big blue knight. 4 AP3, 2 damage. 4 go through, 4 damage in a Feel No Pains. 2 went through, sorry. 4 damage. Takes 4 damage. Taking 6 in total. Shoot Stinger salvos with a hit on 5s. Bam. And 5s. 2 4-ups into the big knight. Take your damage. Scream from the Carnifex. Scream, brother! Get some 4s though into this blue knight. 4s. Strength 8, so it's a 3. That's a wound. AP4. Invuln. No. It's 1 damage. Takes the Feel No Pain off camera to add salt to the wound. Now I didn't realise the Shark Gutter is assault. I thought it was heavy, so I didn't fire it, and it charged instead. Pretty big, but the Tyranids are all. Boom! That's a 20. Coming with the Carnifex into that knight. CP Behemoth, sorry. Fails. One I might as well try. And Behemoth, come on! Oh, he fails it. Giant's coming in. I'm going to spend
T7.
a CP to reroll the wound roll.
CP to reroll the wound roll.
So, 5 attacks, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. 9 to 3s. Rerolling the wound roll because of the CP. It's 5 go through. And these charges are kind of big. I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
I'm not killing too much. And then, yeah, your Feel No Pains.
Feel No Pains.
Take 9 damage. And you can fight me back where you like to. Both these charges failed and I forgot to shoot that gun. It's not going great for the Nids on their second turn. But we will see what happens. 9's doing the sweep attack, so 12 attacks. On 3s. Miss. 4's to wound. It's a 4-up. And a 4-up. And a 4-up. And a 4-up.
Oh!
I always failed it on the last one. Does he lash out?
CP?
No. Tanked it, but the Tyrannifex goes down like a whimper. Of Knight's turn 3, they get 12 of primary. End of Nid's turn 2, I get 2 points to bring it down, and then I get 2 points for P2 for killing an enemy unit off an objective, but apart from that, I'm stuck. Right, Knight, I'm going to activate my Synaptic Imperative of Warp Shielding, so everything within Synapse range has a 4-up invuln. Knight command phase.
So yeah, bondsman abilities. He's gonna give his rerolling ones here.
He gets rerolling ones, the middle one.
And guy is gonna give +1 to hit to this guy.
As well as that guy too.
Gonna give +1 to advance charge to this guy, but just to give him -1 damage.
The absolute little knights are tanking it. They're very good, the little knights. Knights are pushing forward as they seek to extend their dominance on the board. And then Nids fight back. The movement phase, the knights on turn 3. They've gone aggressive. Take the center. Shooting phase begins.
I'm going to spend 2 CP on calculated targeting on this armature to give him nasty mortal wounds. We'll see if it pops off.
Any 6 is 3 mortals. Hive Tyrants getting targeted.
Exactly.
Stand alive. Number of shots, so...
Okay.
The hit is 2s. Couple 1s. 5s to wound, but 6s are gnarly. So
6s?
Nothing.
Oh, 1, 2, 3. None.
God, I gave him Catalyst. Come on, please. Making 2, take 7. And he's on 5 wounds, remaining the leader of my army. This is bad. The pain continues.
This guy.
Yep.
Point blank range, brain box.
Very nice. With everything. Stubber and Super Gatling. Avenger Gatling cannon, here it comes. 12 shots is just disgusting. Strength 6, so 3s to wound. Protect me. Thank you, Lord. Lord, thank you.
Nice.
Hive Mind protects me. I'm on 2 wounds. 2 hits with the stubber. 5 wounds. 2 wounds now. This vehicle is shooting down into the Hive Tyrant. I transhumaned him. He's on 5 wounds. He has 2 shots.
That was him.
Stubbers into the brain bugs. He called it first. You get 2 hits. He's hitting on 2s. 4s to wound. I actually got reroll 1s to hit and wound, so you're rerolling 1s here. 4s. Doesn't even matter. God say 4 up saves, sir. Please, God. Okay, 5 up Philippines.
Probably could have CP'd that, but. To wound.
5 to wound, 2 wounds. 2 wounds and the stubbers and the brain bugs. They have 4 up M1s. Take. Oh, yeah. 2 brain bugs are left. 2 big knights left to fire. He's doing his big old battle cannon into the Hive Tyrant and stubbers into the brain bugs. Battle cannon for 6 again. 3s. Strength 88. Transhuman doesn't work anyway because it's already 4s. Survive. 4 ups. 4 up. No, you got stubber into the brain bugs. Continuing with the night shooting phase, we have the last boy at the back. And he's going to do everything into the Hive Tyrant.
Right, let's see if the melters
Leave no stone unturned. Melters might do it. 3s to hit. Oh, he's transhuman.
Probably could have spit fire a bit.
Maybe not. We're on 1s though. 2.
2 then.
4 ups.
No inbound. No mortals rather.
1.
Double check.
4, 2, 5 damage. I need to make 3 of these, which I do. Yeah! Oh, guys.
So close.
And does he lash out? He does! And does some mortals. D3 mortals. For 1 mortal. Now I take a mortal and I have no more synaptic imperatives for this entire game. Which is pretty big. But that's the end of shooting phase for the knights.
I might have a mount flamer.
Flamer. Check a flamer. But that's pretty much it. High and dry. Pretty painful. Heavy flamer into the brain bugs.
Cute.
D6. For just 1 wound. And nothing happened. Charge phase. Big knight coming into the brain box.
Yep.
3 knights dominate the board. They made it into the guy. Which are you going to go with the mini attacks?
Sweep attacks.
Sweepy. To be transhuman. I'm not even Leviathan, so that doesn't even matter. Alright, you're going in with the sweep. And a CP to get an extra attack, so 5 attacks, which triples to 15 attacks. Can they squish the brain bugs? Probably. They T5. 3s.
2 or 3 damage?
2 damage. 4 up in once. Come on. You kill a brain bug and 1's on 2. Bug lives. Just 1 brain bug is left. You wiped him out. I'm going to get no points of primary on Tyranid turn 3. So we'll see what happens. Killed all my warriors. Alright, Knight, end of Knight's turn. They get another 2 points of P2, 2 more points of Honor, 2 more points of Yield, and 4 more points for Assassinate. And I get no points of primary. So it's looking pretty treacherous for the Tyranids. Turn 3, I've got 3 turns left. Tyranid turn 3. Command phase, +1 to hit to that. Can't effects. Command phase, extra AP to Gene Sealers. Have a CP. We're going to run forwards and kill as many things as we can. End of Tyranids turn 3 movement phase. We've moved that Carnifex over there to hide behind the building and maybe get some behind enemy line points next turn. Old One Eyes come out on a gasness to kill some knights. Tervigans come over here to wipe out this knight. Broodlord's going to support, and the Steelers are going to hopefully kill that one. So we'll see what happens, and we'll keep going in an epic game. Psychic, and he's staying in combat, so he's going to smite you.
Yep.
Smites, +1 to this. No, just D3 +1 mortal on that knight. For 3 mortals, we're sending CP for Benevolence of the Machine God.
Benevolent God, defend me!
Oh man, I'm going to try and cast, Catalyst from the Tervigan.
That's a 5. Just about goes off, yeah. So she's going to give a 5 up, feel no pain to the Gene Stealers.
Okay.
Because why not? I'm going to do Onslaught from... I'm going to have to cast an Onslaught onto them. Bam! Which he makes. He makes them 6 so they can advance and charge. And now I'm going to spend my last CP so he can do an additional psychic power. And he's going to do the Behemoth Monstrous Hunger one. Yes, it goes off on a 7, thank you. Steelers have advance and charge and they can get +1 in melee to wound.
Sting of salvos into the night. Sting ya with my salvos.
5s to wound you. Sting of salvos! 2 4-up saves on the Wolf Knights. 2 damage. 6s, feeling pain, feel...
1 damage onto
Charge phase, old one eye's coming into him.
It's going to be a gas turn.
It's going to be a gas turn, he makes it. Gene Stealer's charging into that Purple Knight.
No.
Purple pain, brother! Oh my god.
You need a 6.
Oh.
This is so rude. He fails the charge by literally half an inch. We continue.
The Broodlord's going to charge that guy. He's so close, they would have murdered him, but that's fine. Broodlord's charging into that. It's so big. He's going to fail it, but he can re-roll.
You need like a 12.
No, he needs like an 8 or a 9, which I make it on 12. They had +1 to wound and they failed it, but we move. Alright, we're going to start with the Broodlord because I don't want him to just die. 6 attacks. He hits on 2s. Come on! Spend a CP to improve a save by 1. I only got 4 hits. Wounding on 5s. Just 1. Oh my god. 2 wounds. 2 5-ups. Oh my god.
6s.
And he makes no 6s. He takes 3 more damage. Knight interrupts into the Tervigan. Killed that little Knight. Here we go.
How many wounds has Tervigan got?
Same as the turn effect, 17. 3s. Thank you, Lord. Hits with the CP. Just 1. Bacon, I'm owed it. Takes 6 damage, but she's still coming in with everything into him. 4 attacks, come on please. 3s.
No, we can both roll 2s.
Strength is a lot. That's not even a wound. But that's not a wound. And then old one eye comes. D3 +1 attacks on the charge. Old one eye hits on 2s. 3s. That many wounds with old one eye. All AP 4, D3 +2 damage. He would kill a knight.
AP
4. Does he explode?
Do I explode?
No. And that little knight goes down.
Knight's turn 4. Let's see how much they can kill in this epic contest that has been dominated by the power of the knights. Command phase. The movement phase has occurred. The knights have moved up. What happened in the command phase?
Buffs his bondsman ability to this guy reroll 1s and to this guy reroll 1s, and him using Master of Vox to pass it anywhere gave his +1 to hit and shooting ability to this Helverin on the left flank over here.
Very nice. The shooting begins as they look to
2
mop
CP.
up the rest of... to do the flat 3 mortal thing again.
Immortals, okay.
Stop it! Old one eye.
Into
He's
old
not
one
protected
eye.
because the counter effects ran away.
Point blank range.
Bring it. Thank
Oh!
you. 3s to hit. Okay. Doing a desperate trade. And then T7. Thank you.
4.
Yes! Old one eye will stand and kill everything in his path.
To the Melter into the big Tervigon, I transhumaned, and then Stubber into the Steelers. Melter. You need a transhuman. For a monster.
6. D6 +2 damage.
D6 +2 damage.
I'm on 11 wounds left. Big one. Guy that didn't die because I failed the charge by an inch after I rolled a 1-inch advance. Hashtag not salty at all. He just did 8 damage to the Tervigans on 3 wounds left.
It was pretty successful, and now you got the Stubber. Stubber! Stab it! 3 hits with a reroll, and you're wounding these Gene Stealers on 4s. 4s to wound. Stubber, Brainbug, Flamer, Brainbug from this knight over here, the big one right here, and then the big Gatling Cannon into the Broodlord. No! Flamer. D6 hits. 5. That's a bit of an understatement to say you've been rolling good. You've been rolling hot. Hot like fire.
Wow.
Bow.
Hot like a
Oh my god! Look at that, look at that.
3 invuns. Need to make 2. I make none. He's dead.
The
Stubber
goes into your...
Gatling Cannon cannot super kill the Broodlord. Alright, Gatling. Boom, boom, boom. The boom, boom.
That's... Man!
The schmackle craps. T5, so 3s.
Yes.
4-ups. Broodlord, who got buffed up with a damage 3 relic and also the cool wall trait, is smoke.
Do. No, I don't see effectiveness continuing.
Right, second night. Let's put Stubber,
Yeah,
Battle Cannon.
very nice from the middle knight. 2d6 shots for a... Oh, yeah!
There we go.
Hit or 1 on 3s. Miss. 7, so for 3s.
3 damage, so you're looking at 4-ups.
that. It could be 83 2 damage.
No, I think it's AP2. 4-ups. Oh, fails 3 of them. 3 went through, -1 damage, 6 wounds, feel no pains. Takes 6 damage. Stubbers into the Steelers. Stubbers. And when he sees on 4s. 5 up, sir. Whoa. Hey, whoop. Way. 5 up for no pains. I will feel no pain. And remain. For now. Big boy at the end is firing.
Stubbers into the Gene Stealers.
Stubbers into the Gene Stealers. Big Gatling cannon of doom into them as well. And then old one on 3 wounds is barely wobbling and he's going to fire the thermal cannon. Do it, Faye. Do it now. Please, no. 3. Hitting on 3s, brother. Come on, old one. 3s, brother. Please, may the gods protect me. 6! What? Oh! Failed, I rolled a 5, I needed a 6. D6 plus 2 damage, which is plus 1 because I have -1 to it.
Oh shit, it's +1.
So get a 1. Thank you! You have no CP as well! 2 is 3 damage down to 2 damage. Feel no pains! Oh, he's on 1 eye is alive! I'm gonna get primary points, and so does the game survives. As soon as old one eye dies, it was over. But now I have a chance for retribution. Stubber. Miss.
1
So 5 up.
1 wound.
And then 5 up. Make them both. There's a tank in it, baby, with the 5 up to the mortal wound was a deflected and also the emblem was made. 16 shots with the Avenger Gatling into the Steelers. On 3s, man. Rerolling 1s to hit, 6s and mortals. You always remember on this. We're on 3s here. Rerolling 1. Bajillion 5 ups. Bajillion. 5 ups is 2 damage, so I'll just any ones I make, I'll roll again. 4 failed. So 1, so 7. And then 1 mortal and a 5 up, which I don't. 1 Steeler.
Like a 6-inch charge.
You're gonna try and charge him?
So
Big 9 into the Tervigan. Into Big Mama. Makes it. He's on 3 was left. Into the Steeler. So mopping up. If you charge phase, I'm gonna heroically intervene with old one eye.
Oh yeah.
Wound, you could kill him.
Kick him to death.
Right, starting with the big old knight.
Yeah, let's start with.
Starting with the little knight. Into the 1 Steeler remaining from the horde that was there before. 8 attacks into the Steeler. 3s. This many goes through and just make all these as 5s. Not even close. Just picked up, taking all of the Tyranids out on this side is the cleansing knights are merciless in there.
They are merciless.
Merciless, I tell you. If the Imperium just fought like these knights did, the Tyranids would be no threat at all. Can he wipe out the Big Mama? The last of the big bucks. Attacks with the gas. 3s. Miss them all. Just 2s.
Strength 14, just strength T7.
T8, baby.
T8.
Give me 2s. Give me 2s. Yahtzee! Oh!
Oh! No CP?
I don't have it.
Oh, no
Mate,
CP.
the one time I literally did that to be a 6. What are the chances of this? The dice mock me.
Oof.
You mock me, Dad. Does she lash out? She doesn't. And the Tervigan is wiped out. Covering kick old one eye to death. The king of the Tyranids. The king of the crown of X's. On 3s. Winning on 5s. T7, strength 6. The 2 up save that could decide the fate of the game. Okay, thank God. I'm gonna crump you back. I'm showing the Tyranids how it's done with old one eye. He did heroically intervene, so he gets in 2 attacks, so he has 8 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Old one eye says death. Strength 10.
Transhuman.
3.
I've got no CP.
You have no CP. Stop it. There, yeah. Can you go through AP4? Does he explode, sir? He'll kill me if he explodes!
That will be big.
Oh my God, no way. No way! Oh. I kill him and get 2 points, bring it down. At the beginning of my turn, I get 4 points of prime. You'll see how much the Nids can recuperate in their 4th turn. The command phase, old one eye regenerates because he's a boss. D3 wounds are back. For 2. That for free, it's a built-in ability, and I'm going to run forward and try and crumple you. End of turn and turn 4 movement phase, move both con effects up. That one is getting me behind enemy lines on the far side, whilst old one eye is going to finally wipe out one of the 3 big boys. And we're going to go out in a blaze of glory in an epic contest. That has been really fun, but the Tyranids have just come up a little bit short as they failed a few charges. But we're going to see if we can end this game on a high. I'm going to shoot that guy. Okay. Him. He has D6 shots. Hits on a 3 though. Nope. End of shooting phase. There's nothing else matters. He's going to charge into that knight.
Yep.
Babushka. Oh, he is angry.
He's hungry.
He's angry. Boom. I was just going to sit pretty because he can't even make a charge. He's coming in. I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll the wound roll with him. Extra D3 plus 1 attack for 3 more attacks. Spend a CP to reduce my AP to give him a 6 up save. I have 10 attacks. No, sorry, 9 attacks. I hit you on 2s.
Martial prowess.
3s to wound, sir. Rerolling everything, sir. I need it, sir. Bam. I'm gonna go through. You have 7 6s.
6 ups.
Make sure there was D3 plus 2 damage. We're gonna see. Bam.
I'm dead.
Are you? 26 damage went through. He's taken 10. He's so gonna die, hopefully. I mean, you make a bunch of 6s. One eye picks up the knight. Way, we did it! It's on the objective. That'll be 2 points of P2 as well. We're actually scoring a bit of points in the end. It's a 6 plus to explode.
6 up
I
to
wouldn't be
kill it?
surprised.
No, that would have been fun.
Old One Eye is a bit of a beast, and that knight goes down. End of turn's turn 4. I got actually decent points. 4 points to bring it down, 3 points behind me lines, and 2 points for P2. So the highest scoring round for the Nids. Scores on the doors. Knights have a very big lead. It's pretty much just monster hunting now as we push into the final stage of the game. And we're going to play out for the gas. And Old One Eye is leading a desperate counter-offensive. Knights turn 5. Let's see what happens. Shooting phase commences. He basically gave that purple little knight +1 to hit, and the big red boy has been a beast all game, MVP for sure, and he got reroll hit ones and wounds. Sorry, reroll ones to hit for hits and wounds. And yeah.
And we'll start with him, everything into the Scream Killer.
Very nice. Oh god. Hey, come at me, lad. It's the Thermal Cannon of Doom. Thermal Cannon of Doom.
Thermal.
A round of applause to this guy at the back here. Absolute beast. He needs to be bought in every Imperial list because he's a monster. 3 to hit, rerolling 1, sir. Strength 9, T7's a 3, sir. 2 out of spores around him, so he has a 1-up save, so this is 5s. Doesn't even make a difference.
Plus
12 damage, so it becomes
13 wounds total.
with -1 to each, which becomes you still
10 wounds, 11 wounds total.
It's yeah. And just like that, he picks up the Carnifex. As another monster is slain. Just to make it epic gas at the end, he's gonna forgo the shooting as he's that confident to kill me in melee. The knight makes it in. Finish off Old One Eye once and for all. He's got a damage 8 power fist, Thunderstrike Gauntlet, into Mr. Old One Eye, who could be Mr. Dead Boy. I don't know.
Time to squish some bugs.
That was terrible. No, not my Old One Eye. Winning on
2s.
Bruh. Oh, I can transhuman? I'm not going to. So I got 5 ups. 5 ups. 5 ups. Oh, because I have a 5 up. 5 up. Oh my god.
Okay, you take 8 damage.
Okay, so he has 3 wounds left. 7 go through. I need to make 4 5s. No, I need to make 5 5s. It's not impossible. Come on, Old One Eye. Do it for the hive mind. Oh, he makes 3. Goes down, but as he goes down, he's gonna fight on death for 2 CP. More stratagem, fight on death with any character or monster. Whew, any unit, really, actually. Okay, so D3 +1 attack, please. Oh, why only 1? 2s. Ah, why you get a 1? Knight on 3s, sir. Bam. Boom. 4 AP4 to the knight. We're gonna take a piece of him as we go down. We lash onto your arm, we rip it off. You AP4 man, you have no saves. No saves, that was an illusion. It's just damage. It's just D3 +2 on each. So 15 damage to him on the way out, and I'm not done. Thunder Pains. You have 15 Thunder Pains. 6 up, sir. You make 1. 12 wounds remaining. Him is dead, but I can still hurt him with my Thresher attacks on 2s. Wounds on 6s! One more with a Scything Talon! Wounds on a 5, which doesn't do anything. One Eye.
Crushes the bug.
The biggest, baddest bug of them all was no match for the might of the Imperial Knights! Good game, my friend. The Nids were tabled. So, end of the scores on the doors. The Knights crushed it. The Nids only got 35 points, including the 10 for having a painted army. And the Knights got 93 with the 10 bonus points. They got 45 max primary. They got max assassinate points. They got 13 for honor.
It was the perfect
and
game.
then 10 for yield. It was almost a perfect game. But honestly, everything for Knights seemed to just be setting the blaze on fire. I mean, they were just on fire with everything.
rolled really well.
Rolling was hot. Shooting was hot. MVP, I mean, I don't know about you, but I give it to that guy at the back.
Yeah, he just powered up, man. What's crazy is I forgot some of his extra wounds, so he could have done even more damage.
And like, a few big things for me: not firing the Shard Gullet, failing the charge. Old One Eye, to be fair, I'll give him the MVP.
No, he was good.
Yeah,
he was good. He tore straight through the middle.
He's tore through. It was just too little, too late. He actually killed the little knight and the big knight and almost that big knight.
Retook your home objective.
Yeah, so he almost just too little, too late, and the Broodlord didn't do anything. The Hive Tyrant was terrible. The Tyrant Guard were okay, and the Warriors died first turn. So it was basically with the Tyranids, I didn't have enough left because you did too much damage early turn for me to really respond. That combined with a few mistakes from me and a few failed charges, kind of sealed the fate for the Nids. But MVP for the Nids, the Old One Eye. MVP for the Knights.
Yeah, I think it's
the mega buff boy at the back.
It is.
With the disgusting cannon of doom.
Crusader. He was just shooting so much damage, so consistent.
But it was super epic. It was the Knights hunted the bugs down and they got the bug and the monster counter scorers on the thing.
What would you change for the Tyranids?
What I'd change? I would change the list. I would be Leviathan, so I'd have transhuman on everything without spending the need for CP, because I spent a lot of CP on the Leviathan.
That would have helped.
And the real charges didn't even matter because I kept failing charges. I would have probably dropped the Warriors and taken a lot more little bugs because you would have struggled with them.
Yeah.
I would have taken 30 bugs to go with the Tervigan, so she has a big protection bubble. not taking that as a bit silly.
Well, rematch.
Rematch for sure, and I'll take the big
We'll
old
see you
cannon
next
on the
time.
Tyrannifex.
On shit gaming.